So Altahu has a heavy emphasis on transformation.
It was a bigger production than probably anything that has been done before with the band. It was also my first record with the band.
And what sets it apart from some of the other albums that we have is sort of that sense of melancholy that is very common throughout our music. The happy music for sad times.
Because a couple of years ago, when we were starting out, we were originally trying to be a Christian rock band or a Christian group, and what happened? We got controversial. We were trying to be monks and go down that whole route. But what happened is our fingernails. I don't know if you can see, but this fingernail, they got too long.
Well, see, Dadacore is a mix of a lot of different genres. I think a lot of that is a visual aspect. Lots of music ends at the auditory sector, but Dadacore goes on to a visual sector. This is makeup, costumes, projections, and I think in a lot of ways, having an auditory and visual stimulus is what sets us aside from most bands of our generation.
Dadacore is a movement started by just a few individuals focused on exploring the sonic realms that they can reach, being artistic and being, I don't want to say being different, but exploring things that maybe haven't been as explored before.
It's one of those things that's hard to describe. You want to ask someone to describe, this to you. It's not something you can put in a box. It's music you can't put in a box. It's more of a feeling, more of an energy. And I think that, you can experience that through our music. You can experience that through life. So that's what it's about.
The Common Dandies is really about what we're all about, is being respectful to people and their boundaries and not stepping on anyone's toes.
So, being a dandy entails, shedding a light of positivity at all times. It's always, main goal there. And Aside from that, we try to stay very eloquent, well-mannered, gentlemanly, and finally, obviously, impeccable sense of style. If you're not stylish, you're not dandy, you know.
What we're all about is being respectful to people,
Being very eloquent and positivity.
not stepping on anyone's toes.
Oh, the ceiling is still dripping here.
I'd say the essence of dandy is positivity.
So when you get that feeling, it's like that's. When I put that feeling on the drum set, and that's what it's about. That's how we.
You know, being a dandy is just not being afraid to fail, you know? It's really 100% balls to the walls. It's experimental, it's new. And I think being fearless is the #1 part of being a dandy. And I am 100% proud of being a dandy.
How did the Danny's do their live shows?
I mean, we just try to get in and then play our set and leave before Derek pisses someone off. That's how it goes. Hometown Blues is a very interesting song on the record. We played that song, it was one of the first songs we wrote for the new EP, and we played it really heavy for a while, and we set it aside for a long time. But one thing that I think is very prominent about the song is that the chorus or the hook of the song is a bit of a call and response between the two different guitars and the different tones, and it gives it a really interesting palette for you to listen to. It's also about being escaping where you were, being a little lost for a while, and I feel like we've all experienced that.
You know, at the end of the day, they're just the boys. They're my family. I love them. They're my confidants. You know, they're smart, they're talented, and they're fearless and just as crazy as I am. You know, I'm so thankful to have something as timeless as the Dandies. They really are my brothers, you know. I love them. And bottom line is, sometimes we get frustrated with each other. Sometimes things are strange, but we will always have the times we've shared together. And no matter what happens, we'll never stop loving each other and creating music together. And I wouldn't trade that for the world. Not everyone can say they have friends like these, but I can.
Rocking the roll.